Questions for Coach.
Hi, Coach. Just talk about any improvements that you have, any thoughts that you have after the last game.
You know what? We're not where we need to be defensively, but we did get better. I thought that we really did some really fun things and different scenes on defense. I presented to them like on a spur of the moment, and they adjusted pretty well. Our main defense, though, we're not trusting it as much as we should. And I think that, it's clear that we can score the basketball, but I think we can score the ball a lot more once we can get our defense set and we can get the that kind of look out of the way and really just trust. I'm just going to be right where she tells me to be, and we're going to see how it can work in our favor. So although, I'm praising defense, if we can continue to get better at it, I think we're going to be a better team. And
talking about engaging and being set in the defense, are you looking toward a zone setup? Or are you looking forward to man-to-man setup?
Both of us. We played both in a game against Stony Brook, and I thought that we kind of helped and was wondering, like, do I stay? Do I go? And the conversation didn't say stay, or we didn't talk to each other and player to player. So I put them in a zone situation where I thought that you don't have to talk, you just got to be. But because you didn't talk, you wasn't in the exact same spot that you need to be, but it was in a better spot than we were in player to player.
Thanks.
Coach, your forwards seem to pass the ball to each other a little bit more on Monday night. Is that something you emphasize on practice, that kind of high to low with those two forwards?
Well, I think that they're not really, they're just players. They're 6'1", 6'2", and they can bring the ball off the bounce. They can shoot threes, but I think that's important that if they're going to play in that post position for us, they got to really trust their buddies. It's a buddy within the team, and find your rim, find your buddy, then find the rest of the team. And that's the emphasis I had for all my career, and those guys are getting it earlier than I expected. So we got 4 good ones that's really doing some fun things, and the more they all get better at that, the better we're going to be. Again, our guards can really play, but we actually need our bigs, as I say, don't worry about it. We got some things going on down low as well.
So a lot of the scoring on Monday came near the paint or inside the paint, but consequently a lot of the outside shots were struggling. I think you guys were 4 of 21 from deep. Have you made any adjustments to the outside shooting, or planning on attacking them more?
In order to make them, you got to take them. They practice them, and I'm never going to stop them from taking them. I don't want them to get weird about it. It's 4 for 21, or 4 for 15, 4 for 8. Whatever. If you worked hard to take those shots, I expect them to go up, but I expect the other people to do their due diligence to try to rebound if indeed it doesn't go in. And so I just think that, all these early nerves are kind of hitting us hard, and I just think that, with us being all new, and we've done so much work to get to this moment, now that the moment's here, it's kind of like, yikes, and I just think that this is really important that we have a lot of these home games, which our schedule has been set for us. It's been a blessing. It's going to really help us to get really comfortable about being home. We're trying to practice in the dome as much as we can. It's a different look. Those lights are different, right? And we are not practicing there every day. We're practicing there more than we've ever did. From what I understand, they practiced 4 times in the dome, and in all of last year. And I think that the more we practice there, the better our shots are going to be.
How big is it getting Georgia back out there the other day and her teaming up with Deasia running the offense a little bit?
She just makes me smile because this young lady hasn't played full court yet in practice, and we just like, okay, it's your time. She's healed. Let's go. And she just took it on herself to just be the best version of herself. And you can tell she's slower than she's gonna be, but she's faster than she was. Her IQ of the game is just it's what you need on the court. She knows how to play with 4 other people, but also know how to be a star player when her time comes. And I just think that, it made Deasia feel a lot more better having her out there with her. But I think she really plays great with Tisha. And so I think that we're forming a really good team of 4 or 5 guards that can really help us down the stretch.
And have you gotten a chance to look at Colgate yet? I'm sure a little bit, but what stands out about them?
They're a veteran team. Last year they had a lot of growing pains, but all those players are back. And I don't know names because I never like to give players names, no disrespect to them. But one thing about me, I care so much. If I start calling her Sally, and I'm like, she had nice hair, and all of a sudden I'm all soft and stuff. I can't do it. So number 5 is a is a player that can really be a fire plug for them. And she can go left or right, and she's shifty. Their point guard is pretty shifty as well. The big turn as big as we've going to come across in ACC. So our bigs need to dominate. So our goal is to pound it down low to see if indeed that they can handle the rest of our velocity of stick-to-itiveness, if you will, because we're coming inside. They have a 6'4" kid that comes off the bench, but I don't think she's as strong as our guys. So if we can get 2 points early and make 2-2-2s, that rim is going to grow a little bit for us, and hopefully 5 for 21 will be, I think, of a pass.
And going back to the backcourt that you called after last game the best backcourt in the country.
Yeah.
Is there anything that backcourt can improve on?
A lot. 3-point shooting, clearly. Right now we're passing the ball so long that it's turnovers, but those are good turnovers. They're turnovers to find out what kind of speed Deasia, Elena, Georgia, and Tisha have. And so as we continue to get those turnovers early in non-conference, what we're going to do is get better, right? And we're going to get more assists on the ball, and we're going to get more speed from that ball, and we're going to get more outside shooting from that ball, and our bigs are going to have less rebounds because the ball is going to go in a lot more. So that's something we're working on, is how fast can we be? And then never too fast where defense says, oh, I'm just not going to show up today. That ain't going to be that. We don't want to be that fast. But we want to be faster than they're comfortable with. And how you're going to get comfortable with that, we got to be able to know turnovers are awful if they're long. They're only awful if they're short and they can get it and go for a steal and turn it into a 2-point situation for the opponent.
Can we expect to see Olivia Owens tomorrow? I know she was out because of team rules on Monday. Can we expect to see her?
No, some team rules right now we're working with right now, and tomorrow we will not see Olivia Owens.
Any more questions for Coach? All right, thanks.